Hey there, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. Today I am going to show you how to make Indian lamb rissoles. They're really easy to make. You can do them on your barbecue or you can do them inside on your grill or whatever. I've got a little indoor barbecue which I'm going to fish out of the cupboard while these are in the fridge setting for their half an hour. Anyway, here's what we need. So I'm going to get the rissoles up to in the fridge for half an hour if time permits stage, which time will permit because while they're in the fridge, that's when I can get the barbecue out and make the mint yogurt. So come on over and I'll show you what we're using. Look at all my ingredients. Okay, so I've got 750 grams of lamb mince, 1 cup of fresh white breadcrumbs, just a hint, that was 2 pieces of white bread done in the food processor, 1 brown onion grated. I do not like grating onion, so I used same said food processor, that's it there. 1 lemon rind finely grated, that's with your zester, and the juice, which is still in the juice squeezer. 1/4 cup of mild curry paste. I used yellow curry paste. You can use whichever one you like. If you want a spicier one, use a spicier one. This is actually a really good recipe for using up all that curry paste that you've probably got in the fridge that you're wondering what you can do with it. 1 egg lightly beaten. 2/3 of a cup of thick natural yogurt. I have not measured that out yet. That's for the different part. 1 Lebanese cucumber we're going to finely dice. Olive oil cooking spray. I've got canola oil cooking spray. 2/3 a cup of mint leaves finely chopped. There. And 4 naan breads which we're going to half. We cook these on the barbecue as well. And finally 100 grams of baby spinach leaves. When I got my invoice for these, that was 200 grams. So got those for salads and sandwiches this week. Alrighty, so let's get into it. First up, grab a bowl. We're going to make the rissoles, and as I said, this is going in the fridge for half an hour, so we just basically want to get the rissoles in, timer going, so we can do the half an hour. It makes 16 and it serves 4, so that's good to know. These should freeze quite well. Obviously, if you are going to freeze them, probably don't cook them, but I'm just going to cook all of them and go for it. I don't know. It's probably easier for me to just cook everything tonight, and then that way I've got them to warm up. If I decide that maybe I might want to take them for lunches, I don't know. Anyway, as I say, we'll just get rolling with it. Alright, so I'm not double checking the weight of the mince because I asked my butcher for 750 grams. I think he should be pretty close. Alright, so that's that part done. Alright, also in with this we're going to add those breadcrumbs. That onion that we did in the food processor. I always ask for a small onion because I'm not the biggest fan of onions, and I always get a large onion. So, doesn't matter. I'll get over it. It's just there's going to be a lot of onion in it. Now, when it comes to curry paste and mild curry paste, I'm not sure where yellow is in the spectrum of heat for curry pastes, because I know you can get green, you can get red, and you can get yellow. And then, of course, you can get all your fancy named curry pastes as well. So, not sure where yellow is. I didn't have time to Google it. I saw it and I thought, no, I'll use that one because I've got something with red curry paste next week. And I thought, well, I don't want to run out of red curry paste forgot the bit in the lid. Trying to adjust to daylight savings. Daylight savings has gone bye-bye. There's a lot of places that don't have daylight savings, so they don't have to adjust to it. The only good thing about it is, obviously I got an extra hour of sleep. The bad thing about it is it gets dark so early, so there goes any hope, I guess, of being able to go for any walks at night time. After that, we want that lemon rind. Get all of that in there. Beautiful. In goes that curry paste. The egg is in next. And then our final ingredient is half of that chopped up mint. Okay, so just about that much. All right, check that out. Okay, give that, pop a bit of pepper in. If you like a lot, go a lot. If you like a little, go a little. If you don't like any at all, don't put any in. Alright, I'm going to just mix it quickly with the spoon, but after that we are going to need to use our hands, so just get ready to wash them. Make sure I've got no whatever smells all over them. The good thing about when you use your hands is you can actually really mix everything in a lot better, because there's nothing worse than someone gets a whole onion in theirs and then someone gets no onion at all. You don't want to do that, especially if someone doesn't like a lot of onion. I mean, I can handle onion, but I just don't like a lot of it. That's why I always ask for a small one. But anyway, you get what you're given when you pre-order it. You've got to be just grateful that you don't have to actually go out and do it. You can stay at work and get it delivered, so it's all good. The idea of home delivery is great. The only thing I don't get home delivered is my groceries unless I'm sick. So I've only done that twice. I think I've only had 2 deliveries, which isn't too bad. Alright, now I'm just going to dump this onto here, and this is only just so that you can actually see what's going on, and also so that I can make sure that I have got it all mixed in. See what I mean about the mince? If the mince doesn't look like it's yellow, which doesn't sound very nice, it means that it's not going to be very curry flavoured. I was going to say curry-ish. I don't think that's a word though. Alright, so grab a couple of plates, or better still, some oven trays. And we're going to make 16 of these. So this is pretty good. I've got to wash my hands again. Sometimes when you're cooking things like this, it's a good idea to have maybe just some soapy water on hand, just to quickly dunk your hands in, and a hand towel to dry on, not your tea towel or your apron. Alright, I don't think I'll need to put paper down on these. It just means that I'll have to wash them. Alright, so I want, obviously if it makes 16, we're going to have 8 and 8. So your best way to do this is 1/2 in half again. So each half, this is where I have to do maths now. Not impressed. 4. Okay, so you just keep breaking them up. Tell me I've got 8. Yay, I've got 8. Okay, that's how we do it. See that? I can't maths when I'm tired. But that's the best way to get even sizes. Just roll them. Because what we are going to do is we are actually going to press them down a little bit as well. Beautiful. Look at those. Alright, set those aside so we've got a little bit more room. And you don't have to leave them for half an hour in the fridge. It's more just, sometimes things like this, they cook better when they're a bit colder. I mean, the mince is still pretty cold anyway. In half. This lot in half as well. In half. In half. And in half. Looks like I don't know how to do a half there. Okay, so one serving is going to be 4 by the looks of it, because I said that it serves 4. So all we need to do now is make sure that these are okay. And you just need to flatten them a bit slightly, which I think they've practically flattened themselves a bit slightly on their own. This one's really small, so I'm going to give it a bit of a boost there. Have a bit spare. Sometimes when you're doing these, it's good to have a little bit of a wet hand as well. Beautiful, look at them. All right. So cover and refrigerate for half an hour, and I will be back once these are in the fridge and I find out my little barbecue to show you how we're going to do the yogurt and get going. So catch you soon. Okay, so what a performance. I actually found out the Sunbeam barbecue grill. It was stuck nicely in the cupboard because it has not been used for ages. I've just had to give it a little bit of a clean up. But this is actually really good for basically having a barbecue indoors. If you don't want to go and have your barbecue outdoors, you can just use this one. Plugs in. Works the same way as most of the other Sunbeam products with the dial on the side. It's pretty easy to clean as well, especially if you put foil on the tray on the bottom and spray it with cooking spray. Right, so we've still got 18 minutes, believe it or not. It feels like time should be nearly up, so that's pretty good. I'll just turn it off at the wall in case I bump it. Alright, so next thing we need to do is we're going to make a yogurt. So grab a jug that we can put 2/3 of a cup of the yogurt into. Now I haven't diced up my Lebanese cucumber yet because, as I said in the intro, I wanted to get those rissoles done first. No point in getting everything done when you've got a bit of downtime to do other stuff. So I'm all going well. Hopefully 2/3 of a cup is actually the whole thing. Well, it's up to there where I've just put that dot. Yeah, it's going to be all of it, so that's good. Good to know. I don't have any yogurt left over. That's half a cup. All right, beautiful. I think I'm just going to make it up in this jug. It should be fine to do that. All right, so as I mentioned, we need to dice up the Lebanese cucumber. So finely dice it. Your best way is to cut your two ends off. And then just cut it in half. I'm not really good at finely dicing things, so I'm basically just going to cut it up. I would prefer a more chunkier cucumber in it. But anyway, we can go like this and then like that. And then we're going to get it small enough anyway. If we just do it this way, just watch your fingers. Quickest way to always cut cucumber is to go straight down with it like that. And then just go from there. All right. Perfect. Okay, now to dice it up, just hold it all together and just go chop, chop, chop. You can go finer dice than that, but to me, that's pretty fine enough. If you do it in the food processor, all you're going to do is make cucumber juice, so don't go that fine. To me, that looks pretty good. All right. So this is technically going to be like a tzatziki, but it's an Indian recipe, so I guess they call it minted yogurt or something. All right. Combine yogurt, cucumber. We are going to have to get a bigger jug for this. But we knew that already though, right? I like to use one that you can actually see through. See, that's only 2 cups. This is 4 cups, so this will work better this way. I had to measure out the yogurt anyway, which, as it turns out, the whole tub. So I didn't really need to measure the yogurt after all. All right. Perfect. We got heaps of room now. All right. Stir that in. Grab the remaining mint that we had chopped up earlier. So this is going to give it that beautiful mint taste. And then that juice that we got from that lemon, for some reason they only want us to use 1 tablespoon. Well, that's okay. You can use the rest of the lemon juice for your drinking. Drink it. It's good for you. Apparently, especially with hot water as well. So that will go with me tonight. Okay. And then just season it with some salt and pepper. Salt, you can never tell when the salt's coming out of that, so trying not to have a lot of salt anyway, so for me that doesn't matter, but pepper's a good option. So if you're trying to have less salt and you still want a bit of a flavour to it, just go more pepper. Look at that, yummy. Whoops, made a bit of a splash there. All right, with the baby spinach leaves, grab a colander. Just measure out what you want for today and wash it. Just in case you've got Simons and Fredericks on it. What are Simons and Fredericks? Slugs and worms, of course. Alright, so I'm going to try and have quite a bit with it today because that's really healthy. Extra iron and vitamins and all that stuff that I need right now to give me some extra energy boost. Alright, I'm just going to wash that. I'll pick the stalks off them later because I don't like the stalks on them. Alright, we've still got about 12 minutes before we're ready to cook. So I'm just going to spray it up ready. And as I said, I will cook all of these. When you use this sort of a thing, try not to use metal because you'll scratch it. So I need to actually look for a spatula of some sort that I can use on this. I probably don't have a maybe. I'll try it. If it burns, then I'll know it's not good for it. And I'll have to look for something else. But yeah, I want to try not to scratch that because, as I said, this thing's pretty cool. Alright, I'm just going to give it a quick wash because it's been in the drawer for a while. So I will be back when the bell goes and we're ready to cook rissoles. Okay, our half an hour is up. So get it up quite high. Super sear is a good option. For your barbecue, just get that onto a high temperature if you're using your barbecue. I'm going to start them off on this little hot plate area here and then move them over. So press them down. But we want to have a little bit of room for them to move as well. I think they should be alright on the other section, but maybe just once I get them a little bit started, then I can move them over. Alright, so these on your barbecue should cook for about 12 to 15 minutes. I'm just going to give them a little bit more of a spray again. Alright, as you can hear, they're sizzling away beautifully. So what I might do now is just, there we go. Alright. Just want to make sure that they're not going to fall apart or fall down the crevice or anything like that. I don't barbecue very often, in case you haven't noticed. I love barbecue food, but I don't barbecue very often. So here we go. I'm just going to pop that one there. So I think get them started on the plate, just so you can slightly start them off, like push them down. There you go, don't be afraid to use a bit of cooking spray on them. Beautiful. Once you're confident that they've had a little bit of time and they should be okay over here, move them over, because we don't really want to be moving them until we have to flip them once we've moved them the second time. And because we've got so many, we are going to end up having to cook some on there anyway, so that's fine. Beautiful. First on, first over. Now I've got 4 more. If I can get them on, I'll be happy. See, I just don't want them to fall down. Just try and keep that a little bit more sprayed on the plate. Beautiful. I think I'll just get all of those on. Perfect. I know I have to push them down. And we're all aboard. Beautiful. All right, look at them go. Okay, so our first one on and our second one. So the good thing about that foil underneath is it is going to catch everything that falls. So we're going to leave them for a few minutes before we turn them over, and I'll be back soon. Okay, I didn't want to turn them while the camera was on because I didn't want an embarrassing moment. They actually are cooking better on the plate part rather than over the bars. And they're turning a lot better than I thought they would too. So that's the importance of that half an hour chill time in the refrigerator, especially if it's hot weather. If you're taking them to the park, because there's a lot of parks now where you've got a barbecue area, I'd try and leave them a little bit longer to refrigerate before you take them. And don't be afraid to push them down as well. Yum. Alright, so while they're cooking away, let's grab this packet of naan bread, and apparently you cook these on the barbecue as well. Oven, either preheat to 180, sprinkle with a few drops of water, wrap in foil and place on a baking tray and heat for 3 to 4 minutes. You can put it in a toaster, place in the toaster for 90 seconds, or you can actually put it in the microwave 20 to 30 seconds on high. So there's 4 in here. Obviously I'm only going to have 1 today. Oh, yum. So you apparently cut those in half, so that would be down the middle, I guess, to make them into a pocket. So yeah, oh, you can freeze them as well, that's good to know. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, so that's just to go with them. Alright, so it also says to turn quite frequently, and this is the part I hate. Anything that I have to turn, I hate. I can already see bits of it falling down the bottom. So I'm a lot more confident with it on the plate part, as I said. But anyway, we're really going for it now. Look at us go. Yum. Now the good thing about some of these actually crumbling is you can see inside as to when they're cooked. Because I have a feeling the ones on the hot plate are going to cook quicker than the ones on the grill. And also because some of them are going to be frozen, I don't really need them 100% cooked too. So yeah, this is a handy little gadget for, as I said, barbecuing inside, especially when it's winter. But also this is another good recipe going out to the park, for a walk around or whatever, take some lunch, grab some friends, a really good lunch, especially if you've been walking around. Alright, so that my recipe reckons 12 to 15 minutes, but just got to basically wait until you think they're done. You don't want them too dry. And especially with the ones that you're going to be warming up, you've got to realise that while you're warming them up, they're cooking anyway. So I'd almost be going for these ones on the hot plate here as being nearly done, and then bring these ones over. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a plate. I'll get 4 of them off. I don't think it's got anything to do with the size of them. I just truly do think that that is a better place for cooking them. Well, that's the dinner anyway. That's 1 serving right there. Alright, I'm going to bring some of these babies over here. Well, my spatula thing's doing its job, so 10 out of 10 for it. Must be a ceramic one. If it was plastic, it wouldn't be here right now, so it must be a ceramic one. So it's perfect to use for this. And because it's silicone, like, I'm not scratching it, so that's good. Move these ones over to here. I think I'll just chuck the bread on like that. Oh, you got to spray it with oil before you do it. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Couple of minutes on each side or until toasted. Yum. Alright, so there you have it. Indian lamb rissoles, done on the barbecue, done indoors. Great meal, not too hard to make. And I'll catch you on our next adventure of cooking with Violet Vixen. Hope you enjoyed it.